All right, you guys. So, Ticket TV live streams, like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the whole LDBC. Salute to A Weapons. He rep MedLife Music. And let's get into this video, man, as I have some breaking news, a breaking news update coming to y'all. As reports are now coming out, man, that Kawhi Leonard not only is his contract with the LA Clippers, his current contract that he have in jeopardy, not only is the owner in jeopardy of being banned from the league for a while, meaning a harsh suspension, but also they are in jeopardy of getting hit with some serious punishment, man. And this could be enough to end Kawhi Leonard's career as we know it, based off of the allegations, if they are confirmed to be true, which a lot more people are growing to think that these cheating allegations between Clippers owner, uh, I forget his name, man. The Clippers owner and Kawhi Leonard are growing. Uh, Clippers owner, man, what that big head dude name is? What the Clippers owner name is, y'all? Y'all got to tell me in the comments. I don't forgot to do the name. It slipped out the tip of my damn tongue. What that big head ass dude name is? The Clippers owner. Steve Ballmer. Yeah, Steve Ballmer. Yeah, man. So let me read the report to y'all, let y'all know what's going on, man. So it says that the future of the Los Angeles Clippers is in danger. According to reports coming out of clutchpoints.com, it says that the future of the LA Clippers is in danger. It says in the Pablo Torre Finds Out podcast, he recently accused the LA Clippers of paying Kawhi Leonard $28 million from a marketing deal that never existed. When the Clippers made a splash to sign Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, they needed more pieces to make the team championship contenders. To avoid going over the cap and paying huge luxury tax bill, Torre has now suggested that the Clippers gave Kawhi Leonard, and flat out stated that the Clippers gave Kawhi Leonard a marketing deal with tree planting company called Aspiration to circumvent the salary cap. But once Aspiration filed for bankruptcy, the flaws of their deal were uncovered. And one of the companies they owe money to is an LLC named KL2, Aspire LLC. Well, it says the debt they owe this company, KL2 Aspire LLC, was $7 million per year. They owe them $7 million. Now, in documents, it says Kawhi Leonard has been listed as the manager of KL, Kawhi Leonard, and then the number 2 is Kawhi's number 2 at Aspire LLC. It said the fine print also showed that if Kawhi Leonard left the Los Angeles Clippers, his annual payments from Aspirations would be stopped. Also, giving the Clippers allegedly more leverage to have Kawhi Leonard stay with the team in LA. Now, it says if the NBA, which has just now announced that they've launched an investigation into the Clippers, finds the Clippers guilty, along with Kawhi Leonard, things can get very ugly as the NBA has strict rules against salary cap circumvention. Now, in the CBA, it explicitly requires that all players' salaries be disclosed and counted against the team's salary cap. The last time they saw a team get caught trying to work an under-the-table deal with a player was when the T-Wolves signed Joe Smith in 1999. Now, a handshake agreement between Joe Smith and Kevin McHale was that Joe Smith was signed 3 minimum contracts before he got an $86 million extension when they got his bird rights. So after the 3 years, the Wolves would have Joe Smith's bird rights, giving them a chance to sign him without hurting their cap space too much, which was illegal. The league found the Wolves guilty. And when they found the Wolves guilty, y'all, they paid a hefty price. The T-Wolves were fined $3.5 million. Joe Smith's contract was voided. The league forced him to give up 5 first-round picks, and the owner, Glenn Taylor, was suspended by the National Basketball Association, right? With that precedence, Yahoo Sports predicts that the punishment for the Clippers should be at least, or could be at least, 5 first-round picks, if not more, plus all those other things. Kawhi Leonard's contract being terminated, and the owner getting suspended. Man, this is bad news, man. And we got to talk about this because Kawhi's career will be in the balance. If they cancel Kawhi's contract, you guys, because Kawhi's on like a, ain't Kawhi like on a 4-year, $140 million contract? If Kawhi's contract gets canceled and he gets banned for a year, mm, mm, wow, man. If Kawhi's contract gets voided, I'll be damned. I'm just thinking about this right now, man. I mean, bro, this is crazy work, man. This is crazy work, bro. Um, wow, bro. Uh, hold on. Let me pull this up for you guys. Let me pull this up for y'all. Hold on 1 second, y'all. So Joe Smith's situation, and this is what we got to go back to, is Joe Smith's situation. Joe Smith faced significant consequences for his involvement in the illegal salary cap circumvention scheme with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Though he was not the primary instigator, as the deal was orchestrated by his agent and team management, the NBA voided all of his contracts, right? Stripping him of his bird rights, right? Which would have allowed the T-Wolves to re-sign him above the salary cap. This made him an unrestricted free agent, forced him to forego $86 million long-term deal. So this Kawhi would lose his deal. Kawhi Leonard not only would lose that 28, whatever he got left on that $28 million deal, Kawhi Leonard would lose his current $140 million NBA contract. This is crazy. Then, and so that's why I was going in on my brother Dreamers Pro, because he was like, this ain't mean nothing. Shit, you out your damn mind, brother. And you know I got love for you, Dreamers Pro. But that's cap, my nigga. We gonna keep this shit 100, bro. If he get found guilty, bro, cook him the way we cook LeBron James, man. Cause all them dudes, come on, man, we can't have no picks and favorites in this shit, man. Cause this is disgusting for the league. This is a bad look on the league for a dude that's got a perennial pass in Kawhi Leonard. So basically, let me break this down to y'all again, right? With Joe Smith, they voided all of his contracts, stripped him of his bird rights. They also made sure he couldn't get that contract, the $86 million contract. They stripped him of that, right? And then he had to go forward and sign a 1-year, $2.2 million deal with the Detroit Pistons before he returned to the T-Wolves. But when he returned to the T-Wolves, then his contract, man, it was shits, man. They gave this man like, what, $4 million a year? Right? Significantly less than the promised amount. Additionally, right, they gave him a choice that if he wanted to re-sign directly with the T-Wolves, that he had to be suspended for an entire year. Or if he didn't want, for example, so let me give you an example. If the league just goes by what they did to Joe Smith, this is in Kawhi. Everybody know Kawhi want to be in LA, but with the Clippers, right? But this would force Kawhi either to leave or face suspension. So they would strip Kawhi's contract. So Kawhi would not get a $140 million contract. That would be stripped, voided. Then Kawhi Leonard would have an option. You can stay with the Clippers. You'll have to sign a new deal. And now you're screwed because of the situation with the Clippers. But if you do, you can't even play the whole season. You'll be suspended for the entire season. Think about that. So is the Clippers going to pay him all that money and pay him any money with him not being able to play? With your contract voided. So what they did with Joe Smith is this. They gave Joe Smith a choice of re-signing with the Timberwolves and facing a 1-year suspension or signing with a different team. He chose to sign with the Pistons and only got $2.5 million or $2.2 million, right? Now, Joe Smith claimed he was unaware of the table deal, which was negotiated by his agent in the T-Wolves, but he still took the financial and professional fallout from this entire situation. This can destroy Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers. Because if you take five, let's just say they took 5 first-round picks from the Clippers, right? Let's say they do the exact same punishment. Kawhi Leonard's going to have to make a decision now. Who's he going to sign with? That nigga's going to lose that $140 million contract. Then he's going to have to sign with a different team that ain't going to have no money. That nigga's going to get a league minimum if he goes to sign. So they'll give him an option. If you want to stay in LA and stay with the Clippers, you have to take a year suspension. Man, that nigga Kawhi can't deal with no year suspension right now, man. Think about what I'm saying to y'all right now. He can't deal with no year suspension right now. He cannot deal with no year suspension right now. Not at this point in his career. And the Clippers can't afford it because all those other dudes' times is running out. James Harden, all them dudes is older. That destroys the entire Clippers organization. This shit is crazy, bro. This shit is crazy. Now, the owner, he ain't going to care about the fine. I mean, he's a billionaire, so he ain't going to worry about, he's a multi-billionaire. But what's going to destroy them is the picks that they're going to lose, the fact that the owner's going to be suspended, the fact that Kawhi Leonard is going to be suspended another year, which sets the Clippers all the way back. Remember, the Clippers are supposed to win a championship 4 or 5 years ago. So you gave James Harden a deal. You made everything to try to get another shot at a championship this year. And if Kawhi can't play this whole season, damn. And he lose $140 million. Think about this. Kawhi's going to lose that whole contract. Let me see how many years Kawhi have on his contract. Hold on. How many years does Kawhi Leonard have left on his contract? Let me Google this. Let me see. Hold on. On his current contract. Man, this shit finna get diabolical, nigga. Hold on, let me see. Kawhi Leonard has 2 years left on a 3-year, $149 million contract. God, dog. That nigga would lose. Do y'all know how much money Kawhi would lose? Kawhi Leonard would lose $100 million. Damn. Kawhi Leonard would lose $100 million, y'all. Plus be suspended for a year. That's basically $150 million he'll lose. Damn. 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 Boy, that nigga gonna be hot. $100 million, nigga? Man, bro. This is why they call the strippers, man. Them niggas stay getting stripped down, man. I be trying to tell cats, man. They don't be want to listen to me, man. They don't be want to listen to me, man. Kawhi, do y'all know how much $100 million is, man? Kawhi Leonard would lose $100 million and get suspended for a year. That means you'll lose another $50 million. That's crazy. And he still owed money from the $28 million from the endorsement deal. He still owed money from that. So you didn't get all the $28 million because they still owe you money for that, which is why this whole situation is up now. Then you in jeopardy because if y'all are found guilty, Kawhi's contract is voided. Oh my God. And then if Kawhi says, "Nah, I want to stay in LA though," that he'll have a year suspension unless he goes to a team, signs a 1-year deal with a bullshit team and takes a bullshit contract, like the league minimum. Damn, dog. Bro, this is crazy, man. And y'all, bro, that shit, basically, Kawhi Leonard missing a year at this point ends his career, bro. I mean, we got to just be honest, bro. He have to sign with a different team. That would destroy the Clippers. That would completely annihilate the Clippers. Because now you have to lose 5 more draft picks. Your owner's going to get suspended. Kawhi's gone. And now you got James Harden leading your team. Oh, my God, man. And your big move in the offseason was to go get, what's the big dude's name that ain't did nothing since Atlanta? What's his name, y'all? Man, come on, man. The Clippers going to be horrible, man. This nigga Ty Lue stay getting a raw deal. That's crazy, bro. So, yeah, and Kawhi can say, you know what, I'm going to stay in L.A. I'm going to go sign a 1-year deal with the Lakers. Damn. Kawhi Leonard can say, yo, I'm going to stay in L.A. I don't want to leave L.A. You know Kawhi Leonard want to stay at home. Kawhi Leonard could go sign a 1-year deal with the Lakers for the low. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Yeah, Adam Silver going to be tough on this. He have to be. They have to be. His punishment is going to be, if not that, more. If not that, it's going to be more. Because of the severity of this era now. That was in that era, that was the punishment. Imagine what the punishment going to be now. I'll be damned, bro. That's crazy. Where he ain't going to no Kings, man. Kawhi don't want to be. Trust me, Kawhi. You think Kawhi going to go to the Kings or go to the Lakers? That's not even a question, bro. I mean, but the Lakers would take Kawhi right now for a minimum deal. Even if he give you 40 games, they'll take him right now for a minimum deal. But he'll lose $100 million. And if he doesn't want to sign with any other team, then he'll be suspended for a year. That's what happened with Joe Smith. Joe Smith was given an option. Either you go sign with a different team, a 1 year or a bullshit deal, or you take this 1 year suspension along with your contract being voided. Damn, dog. Kawhi gonna lose $100 million. Plus, he ain't even get all the money from that contract, from that endorsement. Damn, I know that nigga gotta be salty if they come back and find this thing guilty. I'll be damn. Salty, dog. Salty. Man. Bro, if I'm the Lakers, I'm finding any way possible if Kawhi Leonard becomes available to get rid of LeBron James and make sure I can get Kawhi Leonard for the low. I don't give a damn. That's crazy, bro. Nah, I don't know why Kawhi would go to the Brooklyn Nets. I don't see that. You know what I'm saying? I don't see Kawhi. Kawhi don't strike me as that type of dude. He don't want to be in that type of situation, bro. He want to be close to home. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Read Kawhi. Read him. You have to read a nigga like Kawhi Leonard, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Lakers are the only team. I mean, Golden State. Oh, my bad. Golden State. He could go to Golden State. Golden State would be licking 8 chops for Kawhi Leonard. Now, hold on. I didn't think about that. Golden State can go sign Kawhi Leonard for the low. I forgot all about that. The Golden State Warriors can go sign Kawhi Leonard. They'll do that right now. You don't think Steve Kerr and them will go sign Kawhi Leonard for the low? They'll do that right now and put him over there on that roster. They will go sign Kawhi Leonard for the low right now. The Golden State Warriors would. Because his contract will be void. He can sign with any NBA team he wanted to sign with on a minimum deal. You said just the Lakers and the Warriors? Yeah, those are the 2 teams that are relevant in in California. Kawhi not trying to leave California, bro. Bro, hey, listen, now that I think about it, I would say Golden State's a better opportunity, a more opportunity for Kawhi to go over there. And the fact that Golden State don't have the money, this is a perfect situation for them, I can see Kawhi doing that. I can see him going over there playing with Steph Curry. I can see it. I can see him taking a low. I can't see Phoenix. He's not leaving California, bro. This is the part y'all not understanding. Phoenix don't have nothing for him. I can see him going right over there to the LA strippers. I can see him doing it. I mean, not from the strippers to the Golden State Warriors. I can see him doing that. I can see him doing that. You know what I'm saying? The Lakers would try and stop it. They would try to get him. But I could see Kawhi going to the Warriors first, and I could see him playing with Steph and them first before playing with LeBron, if he still has to be in LA. I'm telling y'all this, bro. This shit gonna get bad, man. That nigga gonna be salty. You lose $100 million, bro. Bro, that nigga gonna be salty, bro. Salty, and you still didn't get all that bread from the 28 million. I thought Kawhi got all that money. They owe Kawhi money. That corporation. He'll probably never see that money, bro. Damn, dog. Kawhi would never see that bread. So, nah, this won't take years to settle. To the person who said this will take years to settle, no, it won't. They'll have a decision by 2 weeks. The hell you talking about, sucker? You talking about a year to settle? This ain't gonna take no year to settle, you idiot. The NBA gonna have a decision on this by 2 weeks. Watch. Within 2 weeks, that investigation gonna come back. They investigating that nigga. The company got the feds investigating them. That company has the feds investigating. Don't you know the feds are involved? See, that's what you people don't know. You just come on YouTube just talking. You got to know your stuff when you come over here talking to me, right? Right? You got to know your stuff. When you come over here talking to me, you got to know your stuff, man. And so let me give y'all the situation that's going on, right? The U.S. Department of Justice, right? Now let me tell y'all what's going on. The feds is involved in this investigation into this company Kawhi Leonard is signed with, right? And I'm going to show y'all on the screen right now what I'm talking about, right? I told people this yesterday, but they didn't want to listen to me. I told them the feds was investigating this company. That's how I told y'all this shit get real, bro. You said, do I think the Knicks will open up an investigate? I mean, the league. Pablo Torres said he already investigating the Knicks. I did a video on that this morning. You probably missed that. I did a video. Hold on, y'all. I did a video on that this morning. Pablo Torres said he doing an investigation into the Knicks with Jalen Brunson right now. I told y'all that though. There you go, right there. I told y'all that this morning. I told you that this morning. Y'all see, this is the thing. Y'all always be thinking I don't be talking about stuff. I've been talking about this stuff. Y'all just be missing when I be saying stuff. Y'all be missing all this stuff. Then nigga come back and talk about, hey man, you ain't talk about this. I see niggas keeping their mouth closed. No, nigga, I've been talking about it. You just ain't, you late. A day late, $1 short, nigga. Period. So, yeah. Let me see. Now, as y'all see right there, and I'm showing everybody that's watching this right there, the U.S. Department of Justice, the DOJ, the feds, they are investigating, and the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, they launched an investigation into Aspiration Partners, Inc., the company that Kawhi signed to, starting back in January of 2024. Now, their probe is focused on the company's claim of planting $35 million, 35 million trees to offset carbon emissions, with former CEO Andre Cherney admitting to ProPublica that only 12 million trees have been planted. Now, authorities are examining the actions of co-founders Joseph Sandberg and Andre Cherney, particularly regarding potential misrepresentation of the company's environmental impact and carbon offset practices. Additionally, Sandberg was arrested in March of 2025 and has agreed to plead guilty to defrauding investors and lenders of $248 million, with the Department of Justice and the FBI investigating fraudulent financial practices, including falsified financial statements and fabricated revenue sources. The investigation into Aspiration's broader operations, especially its carbon credit business, remains ongoing as the company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy on March the 31st, 2025. And this is what tipped them off to Kawhi Leonard. Because when they went and filed for bankruptcy, Kawhi Leonard's name appeared in those forms as far as one of the people that they owed money to. One of Kawhi's LLCs, KL2 I think it's KL2 Aspire LLC. That's Kawhi Leonard's company. And it came out then that you had a whistleblower, a snitch in the company that basically came out and stated that they were paying Kawhi on behest of the LA Clippers to make sure that they could circumvent the salary cap to help the Clippers with Kawhi's contract. So that's why Kawhi Leonard got paid $28 million under the table to not do nothing, allegedly. There you have it right there. There you have it right there. And remember, Joe Smith hadn't seen none of that $86 million he was supposed to get. Kawhi Leonard's owed $100 million still by the Clippers on his current contract and may not see none of it if they found guilty. If they found guilty, Kawhi Leonard may not see none of that bread. He'll lose $100 million plus his new contract. And I try to tell these dudes, they don't want to listen to me. I read paper, I do investigative work, man. I just don't come around here talking. I actually did my investigation when I told y'all about this whole situation. This company was being investigated by the feds. Then the company went under in bankruptcy. That's how they caught Kawhi's name in the paperwork. Because Kawhi was one of the people who they still allegedly owed money to. Then they started looking at Kawhi's ties to the company and found out Kawhi Leonard was getting paid $28 million to do nothing. Then you had whistleblowers and snitches within the company that was out here saying, nah, Kawhi Leonard, he was signed and given $28 million just to circumvent the salary cap for the NBA to help the Clippers, which is why they allege that in his paperwork with the endorsement that his deal only was going to be on the table if he stayed with the Clippers. But don't nobody want to tell this truth. When I come on here and tell this truth, everybody run from that shit. They niggas get mad. Niggas get mad when I tell the truth. This shit's sad, man. And don't want to keep the same energy they got for LeBron James and all the other niggas. We got to keep the same energy across the board. And that's why I've been on Kawhi from day one. But niggas been mad at me about that shit. Keep it 100, bro. I lost a lot of good people who I was cool with because I was cooking that nigga Kawhi. And these are all facts. I seen what it was. That's why I called him Kawhi. T Price, what up, homie? Salute. I called that nigga Kawhi years ago. Because I seen he was on cap and I snuffed it out. Simple as that. Nigga got in their feelings, got mad, didn't want to talk to me no more. You said put a name on it. Oh, all them C Hill, all them brothers. Nigga, stop fucking with a nigga, man. Period. Ain't no sneak dissing, nigga. Nigga, get your ass off my channel, nigga. You block, nigga. You block, nigga. Get your ass off my channel, nigga, trying to incite some shit over here, nigga. Sit your ass down, dog. Talking about some put a name on nigga, your mama, nigga. How about that? So yeah, that's what happened. Period. Right? Me and Showtime, we made up and became cool again. Showtime a good dude. Me and Mook, we went through it for a while. We got cool again. Y'all remember? Nigga was doing the stream with all them stripping angels. It was a whole lot more of them stripper niggas that was over there, man. Come on, bro. Keep it 100, man. Straight up. But them niggas, and I know they see it. They see some of them tendencies I told them niggas about Kawhi. They see that shit. You know what I'm saying? They see that shit. Right? So I've been trying to tell y'all, man, as much as we get on LeBron and them other dudes, deservingly so, man, them other niggas got to get that smoke, man. And I'm telling you something, if Jalen Brunson's involved, man, he getting this smoke too, bro. I don't have no respect for no cheaters, man, because you got other dudes out here trying to play on real level playing fields. Teams got to make tough decisions, bro. Bro, the goddamn Milwaukee Bucks had to cut and stretch Dame Dollar's contract to make something happen. They ain't doing no under the table shit. They trying to do all this just to stay competitive. And these niggas out here playing these punk ass games, the owner of the Clippers allegedly, and them dudes circumventing the cap and playing on a whole different playing field, man, hell no. And meanwhile, y'all call all these other teams dudes great. Nah, man, everybody got to play by the same rules, dog. Let the best man win. Let the best man win. Simple as that. We'll see. We'll see if Kawhi them found guilty. But I'm telling you, I'm leaning towards what Pablo said because I looked at all the paperwork he presented. They had 7 whistleblowers, 7 snitches that was in that company. Think about that. 7. This is what I was telling the homie Mook last night. Bro, they had 7 people in that company that was snitching. You tell me. You got 7 rats in the company. What you think gonna happen? So there we go right there. There we go right there. So yeah, man. Bro, this nigga career in jeopardy for real, man. Kawhi Leonard can't afford to lose no year, man. And lose $100 million? Shit, nigga, I'll be salty as hell. Them niggas ain't give me all my 28 million. And I'm finna lose 100 million. Shit. At least let me get that whole $28 million. Man, bro. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. You said, what about Jerry West? Jerry West dead, so we can't know how involved he was in that. But I can't really put something on somebody that's not here to defend themselves, and we don't know. I know one thing, and this man said he blamed LeBron. LeBron James have nothing to do with this. This didn't come from LeBron James. This came from a snitch inside the organization because they were being investigated by the feds. See, this is why I said I did that in my video yesterday. Everybody was saying, "Oh, LeBron did it. LeBron told on him." Man, Kawhi Leonard and the strippers they're not no threat to LeBron James and them in LA. LeBron and them have no reason to do this to Kawhi. I mean, there is no threat. Plus, this didn't happen because of LeBron James. This happened, all this shit came up because of what happened with that company. That company was being investigated by the feds from January of 2024. And then when they filed bankruptcy, once again, this is when all this paperwork started coming up and Kawhi Leonard's name came up. And you had snitches that was in that company that came out and went to that reporter and stated that Kawhi Leonard was paid under the table to help circumvent the cap to help the Clippers. That was snitches from within that company that came out and said that. So you don't think they told the feds that? If the feds asked about, the feds asked about everybody that was over there getting money. So they had to say that. Especially if they told Pablo that. And what you think they're going to tell the NBA? When the NBA go do their investigation and interview those people, what you think them people that worked at the company going to tell the NBA? They're going to tell them the same thing they told Pablo Torres. Period. That's what they're going to do. So y'all know what it is. Right? So, no, this ain't had nothing to do with LeBron James. Nothing to do with LeBron James. This had something to do with that company was being investigated by the feds. And when that bankruptcy came up, that's when it got tipped off to they owe Kawhi Leonard millions. They owe Kawhi Leonard millions. And it wasn't directly under Kawhi's name. It was under his company's name, KL2 Aspire LLC. And then once they looked up, hold on, who is this company from? From Kawhi Leonard. KL Kawhi Leonard. His number is number 2. Bleep bleep bleep. So that's how it got caught. Everybody keep putting out false information, man. You got to put out the right information. If it was LeBron, y'all already know I come on here cooking, but I can't put that on his jacket. That wasn't on his jacket. He ain't had nothing to do with this. This is just the strippers getting stripped down. Straight up. And it's going to be hard for the Clippers to get around this because You had snitches in the company that worked for the company that said that Kawhi Leonard was doing this. That the company did this to help the Clippers circumvent and duck the cap. Then now, how's the NBA? Excuse me. How is the Clippers gonna get around that? That just the people from the company saying this. Think about what I just said. So we just gotta stay 100 and keep it real, bro. You know what I mean? And it just like it says right there on the paperwork. The guy who they're talking about, the co-founders, authorities are examining the co-founders examining the actions of co-founders Joseph Sandberg and Andre Cherney, particularly regarding potential misrepresentation of the company's environmental impact and carbon offset practices. Additionally, Sandberg was arrested in March of 2025 and has pled guilty to defrauding investors and lenders of $248 million, with the Department of Justice and the FBI investigating fraudulent financial practices. This is how Kawhi Leonard's paperwork came up. Because once they seen all this and they seen that that company was going bankrupt, Kawhi Leonard's name appeared because they owed Kawhi millions. That's why. Had nothing to do with LeBron James. And then they had, like I said, they had people within the company that snitched. They came and told the reporter. That's how Pablo was so confident. He had the paperwork and he had informants that worked in that company that told him exactly what was going on. So now the Clippers are facing these allegations and they up against it, man. And I'm going to tell you something, man. The owner of the Clippers, bro, I'm just going to be honest with y'all, man. A lot of owners going to hate him. They put a good mark on him, bro. But that dude, real talk, man, if he gets found guilty on this, a lot of them are going to despise him because they're going to say, first of all, bro, how are you trying to duck the salary cap and you the richest owner out of all of us? Like that's like a kleptomaniac. Somebody stealing who rich. You don't need to steal, but you still stealing. That's like a kleptomaniac. So that's what makes it even more diabolical if it's true. That's what y'all got to understand. Him coming in the league, needing to make an impact, wanting to make a big splash, and them niggas always fail. They never got to win a championship. They always fail. Think about that. And this will be hella payback for what they did to Russell Westbrook. If it's true. Right? So again, man, bro, the strippers stay getting stripped down. Stay getting stripped down. You know? But again, do I think the Clippers is the only team? Hell no. Hell no. I think you look at teams, the first teams you look at is teams where superstar players in their prime are turning down big money or taking major pay cuts. Then you start looking at other things around them. That's why I told y'all Pablo came out today and said that they're investigating. He's investigating the New York Knicks situation with Jalen Brunson. And I know the New York Knicks got to be shitting bricks now that information has come out. So y'all definitely let me know what y'all thinking, man. Like, share, subscribe. I know y'all might not care, but this is important, man. Cheating is important. See, a lot of people, y'all only care about certain types of cheating. You care about cheating if you put a steroid in your body. You care about cheating if you, point shaving. You care about, man. Cheating, it can be done in various ways. And one form of cheating is having a financial team advantage to get better talent because you have more money to work with than other teams. By doing what? Circumventing the cap. Manipulating the salary cap so you can go get these other players teams can't get because they're cap strapped. See? So to me, Steve Ballmer, if he's found guilty, man, I get his ass up out of there. Real talk. You that rich and you allegedly abusing the system? Yeah, you gotta go, dog. Straight up, bro. And he should have been. They should run him out just for the fact he didn't win the championship. So, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Hey, I really appreciate you guys for supporting the channel, supporting the network. Like, share, and subscribe once again. There are links. Get the free membership on our website. That way you guys won't miss any of our news update stories or videos. They're all on the website, ticketvmedia.com. You go over there. You can go right to the members part and become a free member. That way you guys will get all the updates. Also, straight drop weight loss formula. Make sure y'all go tap in and copy some of that, as well as subscribing to our podcast show. Link will be pinned at the top of the chat down there below. And also, we just appreciate all y'all who support the channel. Cash App, PayPal.